What's up, y'all? What's poppin'? What's cracking? Shoot. It's Saturday night. Going into Sunday. I'm about to go pick up one of my oldest up from work. And since I'm about to go pick one of my oldest up from work, man, a topic just popped in my head, man. It's something I've been wanting to talk about. Y'all can't see me, but y'all really need to see me. All you need to do is hear me. I noticed a lot of people have been feeling this way, but I want to speak about this so-called hip-hop culture, man, this rap culture. This rap culture has repeatedly, it's gotten out of hand. You know, we saw it getting out of hand years ago, but we didn't think it was going to get this bad. But, and I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure I'm speaking for others too. But we didn't know that this hip-hop, this rap culture, like coming out of the 90s, after the gangster rap in the early 2000s, then the mid 2000s, then the 2010s, we didn't know it was going to get this crazy. Like, we saw it, we was warned, but it's gotten out of hand to the point where it's like, it's got to be abolished. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be like gotten rid of. You can't save none of this garbage. You can't try to reroute none of this garbage. It has to be dismantled completely. The hip hop, the rap culture has to be dismantled completely. Now, what it started out as a voice for the voiceless, right? And then it was used as the tool. It got appropriated, and it was started to be used as a tool to destroy us as a people. But now it's coming outside of just destroying us, because we've been in the perpetual loop of this music, this degrading music. We adopted it, and we've been in the perpetual loop of this degrading music so much that it's coming outside of us now, and it's destroying other nationalities. There's Hispanics, whites, Asians. Hip hop culture is tearing everybody up. It's swallowing everybody. It's no longer about black people, but it's being used. Black people, we're being used as the puppets to push it to other nationalities and other races, and they're adopting it, not realizing what they're doing. But this culture that these other people are adopting, it's going to destroy the culture that you have, right? There's Hispanics that say the N-word more than I ever would, and they're comfortable with it, and they've lost their culture because of this music. And now you have other Hispanics like, dang, man, we ain't got no culture no more because we have adopted the foolishness. Well, that's what y'all get, because y'all want to be in so bad, and y'all want to be, y'all think it's so glamorous, this hip hop culture. But no, it's destroyed us, and it continues to destroy us, and we're the puppets. We're used as the puppets to usher this garbage in to other nationalities and other generations. It's destroyed us completely. Now it's destroying little white kids, little Hispanic kids, little Asian kids. All the straight hair pale folks are getting dismantled, and they can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? And you won't stop it, because that's the ideology of it. They've dumbed down the music. They've destroyed the content of the music. There's no storytelling. There's no positive content. There's no decent content. There's nothing at all. It's just mumble, dumbed down garbage, and that's it. That's all it is. And unfortunately, man, our young ones are so wrapped up in it. And you know what? We were too, but they've taken it and went way further than I thought that they would ever take it. They've taken it to a whole nother level that we couldn't even imagine. You know what I'm saying? So there's no salvaging this hip hop culture, this rap culture. And you know, it's sad to see, because it was, at one point in time, it was used as a way for us to express what we were going through. But unfortunately, with a lot of things that we have, it gets taken from us. It gets utilized for our destruction by record companies, media outlets. They see the money signs but they also see it as a way, okay, we can entrap them and keep these people in a perpetual state of sin and degradation and hate for themselves. And that's what rap, hip hop culture is now. Is self-hate, self-degradation. And that's it. That's the goal. And there's no coming back there's no getting away from that. That's just what it is. So, and there's as long as it's in the hands of these millionaires and billionaires, there's no coming back from nothing you can do about it. You have to realize what it is, and you have to shift away from it. But like I said, man, so many people are getting sucked into this culture. They're getting sucked into it. It's no longer a black thing because, like I said before, we ushered it in, but we don't even benefit from this hip hop culture, this rap culture. We benefit from it at all. We never did because it never was ours. We just came up with it. We just built it, right? So we were the artists, but we didn't own anything to facilitate the music. So like we had the raps, we had the talent, but these other people had the labels, they had the studios, they had the equipment. So, it was a perfect storm for destruction. Now, conscious rap in the early 90s was awesome. We were getting an understanding, we had a self-respect for ourselves. But as soon as NWA came and that gangster rap came, it was over with, man. Eazy-E and Jerry Heller really, and you know what? A lot of people think that Eazy-E going to the White House was just a fluke. Eazy-E was used by the government in the early 90s. He was used as a leader to usher in this gangster rap. And that's why he was in Washington at the White House. That's why he was a puppet. He was being used. I don't know if you knew at the time he was being used for what he was being used for, but I mean, he was a grown man. He's not dumb. And Jerry Heller was his manager. Now, I'm going to tell you something that Jerry Heller said. Jerry Heller, when he met NWA and he heard the music, and he said, this is, and I quote verbatim, this is what Jerry Heller said. This is how evil this man was. He said, oh my gosh, this is going to be more important than Dr. Martin Luther King. When he heard the message, he said, this is going to be more important than the message of Dr. Martin Luther King. When he heard the gangster rap and he heard the degradation, the hate, the self-hate, the murder, the overall just evilness of it, he said, oh my gosh, this is going to be important, because his job was to assist us in destroying ourselves. And that's what, unfortunately, that's what the gangster rap was all about. That's what Eazy-E, unfortunately, was all about. He may have done some nice things, but overall, his music is what's most important. That's what lasts. But getting back on track. This hip hop culture, this rap culture, man, we got to recognize it for what it is, and we just got to dump it. We got to flush it. And if you have any children, if you have loved ones who are just caught up in this music, you got to inform them. You have to give them an education. You have to educate them on what, because some people may not know. Some people may not realize what they're listening to, because the music is speaking to your subconscious. And no matter, and you think that the music is not affecting you, but eventually it will, because all this music is pretty much witchcraft. It's extremely spiritual. Music is spiritual. It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. So you can't get away from that. You can't, leave that alone. You can't just say, oh, I'm just listening to this music. No, there's cause and effect of listening to the type of music. So this, if you have loved ones that are just caught up in this music, this dumbed down, low vibrational music, you have to inform them. Now, once you give them the education, you give them the information, it's up to them, right, to make the change or to make the decision to continue to listen to this music, or to continue to get caught up and hung up in this music. But I just think it's really interesting how this music has branched out to other nationalities, and they're adopting the personality of this music. There was Hispanics and white folks that didn't mess with rap, didn't mess with rap at all, didn't like hip hop, none of that. Now they're taking on everything. They're wanting to look like the images that we push out to our people. And a lot of people are okay with it, but then there's other nationalities like, damn, we don't even have a culture no more. Hispanics don't even have a culture no more. They're losing their culture to hip hop, which is crazy. And they've always been about their culture. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's interesting. You know, as much as but there are some Hispanics that for example, the Hispanics that like Tupac. Eazy-E had and he had a rap group that were Hispanics, but they had their own thing. But now, you know, but you know what? Another thing, a lot of people, they take this hip hop thing, they make it their own, they run with it, but they neglect the fact that, oh, yeah, this is, you know, y'all are part of this. Well, yeah, but now you're adopting it now. And now you're allowing it to take over your personality and who you are. And that's not good. You know, it wasn't good for us to adopt the destruction, the decay, the murder, the self-hate that this music pushes. You know, we adopted it and we roll with it. No matter how bad it got, we just continue to turn our backs or turn a blind eye and just get swallowed up, man. And it's unfortunate, but there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that realize, you know, what's going on and they're waking up to it. But there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here that are asleep and they're caught up in this music and they don't see anything wrong with it. Well, I see a whole lot wrong with it, man. The culture needs to be demolished. The hip hop culture needs to be demolished. We don't control it. So if we can't control it, then it's somebody else is controlling it. Somebody else is controlling it. It's not going to be to our benefit. So anything that's not to our benefit as a people, first as a people, and then everybody else, but us as a people, we need to just demolish it. And, you know, and let it go. We need a whole new culture. We need to go back to when our culture was about being holy, being uplifting, being positive, having a mother and a father in the household. You know what I mean? When my grandfather and my father, they had mom and dad in the household. It wasn't like it is now. You couldn't get them to hate another black man just for the way that they looked. You couldn't get them to do that. Now, my dad and his father, they wasn't about that. So we need to go back to that. We need to adapt some of those old traditional values so we can get the self-respect and we can respect ourselves, right? And we can look at another person that looks like us and see the humanity. See, and that's another thing this hip hop, this culture, this rap culture has done. It has taken the humanity away from us. So when you look at somebody who looks like you see, you hate yourself, so you hate that person because of the self-hate and the humanity was taken away from us within this culture. So we gotta let them have it, man. You know what? Yeah, we gotta let all these other nationalities have the music. Y'all can have the music. Hey, y'all can have the N-word. I don't even say the N-word. I do my best to not say it at all. You can't put perfume on a turd and then embrace it. That's how I feel about the N-word. I don't say it at all. I do my best to say it at all. But there's other nationalities that feel like, oh, we got the okay to say it. Okay, y'all can have it. Y'all can be the N-words now. How about that? We can go back to being holy people and y'all can be the N-words. That's a fair trade. That's what I'm with right now. That's how we gotta look at it as a people, man. We gotta let go of everything that we tried to hold on to and claim as ours. Let it go. Go back to Bible. Be holy people, and then everybody else will follow. Because if you see history, whatever we do, everybody else follows. So if we acting a fool, people think it's so cool when they fall behind that other nationalities. and they may not want to claim it, but we make things look good. Unfortunately, we make being rebellious look good. So if we can make being rebellious look good as a people, then we can make being holy look good. And then other people will follow, because that's what we're here for. Black folks, we are the salt of the earth. Back in the day, we were upstanding, respectful people. We were holy people. We were God's people. We dedicated our entire lives, our families, to God, and that's what we need to go back to. So I don't want to get too off track, but I just wanted to speak about this rap and this hip hop culture. We just gotta let it go. We gotta let them have it. Y'all can have it. Do it. Let it destroy y'all. Destroy yourselves with it, because we're done destroying ourselves with this music and this hip hop, and allowing it to turn into something that it wasn't supposed to be, because we don't control it. And if we can't control it, then it's no good for us. So, all right. I hope y'all having a blessed night. I'm gonna entitle this one the pitfalls of the rap and hip hop culture. Like, follow, subscribe. I know it's dark. I know you can't see me, but like I said, that's not what's important. What's most important is that you hear what I'm saying, because I'm spitting game. All right, y'all have a good blessed one. God bless you. Go to church tomorrow.